Why are the pros so damn good? It's frustrating, isn't it? We watch them smashing their way around a cross-country course or jumping their way down a downhill track and they make it look so easy. But we know it isn't because we're trying to reach that level and we can't do it. Well, here are the reasons they make it happen. The first one is time on the bike. It's so obvious, but it's true. In Malcolm Gladwell's book, Outliers, he describes the 10,000 hours rule. Basically, it takes 10,000 hours of hard-earned practice to make it in any area, to become world class. Now, that doesn't necessarily hold up in mountain biking because there may be a physiological reason that you're better than one person than another. But it does demonstrate the simple truth that a lot of time on a bike is needed to become pro, and it's not just riding the bike, it's not pushing those pedals, railing those turns, it's also time in the gym, getting chiseled down into that athletic specimen that can win those races. So next time you look at a pro mountain biker, see the time that they spent getting there. There's great places out there, have spawned many a pro. Nice is a good example. Nico Valou, Fabian Burrell, Loic Bruni, they're all from Nice. They had everything, the weather and the terrain. If you want it enough and you want to be pro, you've got to make that move or start using that terrain you've got. But you know what, there are other riders out there that have broke those rules. They didn't have the great place and they didn't even go to a great place. They just made the place they had great. Surrey Hills in the UK is not famous for his mountains. But you know what? Bernard Kerr, Brendan Fairclough, Sam Reynolds, great international riders have used that spot to hone their skills and they just cut great lines in there. So if you want it enough, it can be done. Well, what does being talented even mean? Look at it like this, they have the aptitude or the inherent ability to do something, that they're fit for purpose. Now, is it genetic or is it earned? Well, it's a big question. The trick is remaining engrossed in something enough that it takes over your imagination. Once you get to that level, it's actually very hard not to get good at something. If it's always on your mind, always pushing you to try something to get better, then that's exactly what happens. Single-mindedness. Now, I think we'll all accept that to be a pro, there's probably an element of selfishness required. Now, it sounds negative, but it's not. You've got to be immersed in your sport, and that means that others are going to suffer. And that doesn't just mean missing like the dinner with your family that you weren't that bothered about anyway. It means missing the important things. That Tinder date, the movie you wanted to see, the evening down the pub. If you want to make it as a pro, you've got to make big choices in your life and be selfish. When we look at a pro, they've got one thing that we always want, the sponsor, that lovely bike. And the thing is, once you've got that support, around you, you've got people, mechanics, physios, people working very hard to get you to the optimum level of your riding ability. And that's what being a pro is all about, handling that. But how did they get there? Usually that first leg up came from mum and dad. That's right, it's the family unit that usually pushes that rider to the place where they can turn pro. Danny Hart, the world downhill champion, in fact is famous for having such an amazing support group around him. His team, of course, but his dad has been there from the very start and famously has always been there when he's been winning those world titles. It's all about the family, man. Taking risks, courage. The dangerous elements of mountain biking are there for all to see. The free rider and the dirt jumper, they're putting their bodies on the line every single day. And if you haven't got the balls for it, then it's probably not for you. But think about the endurance rider, the XC rider, that goes out there and gives it everything. They have to visit somewhere in their mentality that is sheer will. It can be scary. You know what? It's not always the riding that's terrifying. Sometimes it's the dark places in your mind you have to visit, and that takes courage. Belief. There's not a single thing in this video that I've mentioned that doesn't rely on that simple rule. Belief in yourself. No pro out there ever started out thinking they couldn't do it. Of course, they believed they could. They knew they could achieve something special. And it was underlined with another rule, that time plus passion plus repetition equals success. So there you have it. That's how you become a pro. Easy, wasn't it? Well, if you like this video, and I hope you did, why don't you click on the logo just here to subscribe, and you'll get a brand new video every day of the week. If you click over there, you can see the pro bikes from Sea Otter, and if you want to feel like a pro, then why don't you click just here to see Brendan Fairclough's How to Whip. If you perfect that trick, then you really will feel like a very special rider. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give us a thumbs up, like, and I'll see you next time.